What's good, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Wanted to real quick. I've been kind of enjoying going week by week with the Cowboys, so wanted to really quick talk about last week and today versus the Commanders. Um, Dallas obviously got the win last week versus the Giants, 23-16, and there's a lot of people. Well, there's a lot of people that are if you're on social media and you follow the Cowboys that Cooper Rush should start. Cooper's playing in Dak, that sort of thing, and let's just cool the jets on that. Here's my thoughts on that. So number one, Dak has never had any issue beating teams like the Giants. All right, and he's oftentimes put up pinball numbers versus the Giants. Cooper is winning. He's more managing the game, taking what's given to him, taking. He's making plays, no doubt. He's making plays. He's playing well. He's not Trent Dilfering it, but he's running a more methodical approach. That said, he's also doing it with a run game. So Dallas ran the ball effectively and a lot versus the Giants. And I've said this once, I'll say it again. I think that's the formula, Dak or no Dak. So I'm hoping Dak is watching this and the Cowboys are watching this and can learn from this. And when Dak does come back, we continue to run the football with, you might as well call it a two-headed monster now, Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. Both of them, they're that thunder and lightning mix, a little bit different approach. Pollard got off for 100 plus yards. Zeke, 4 plus yards per carry, a touchdown last week. I'd like to see today both backs involved a little more in the passing game. They haven't been getting them a lot of balls in the passing game. I'd like to see that as a little bit of an extension of the run game. Michael Gallup practiced fully this week, so should be back today. That should definitely boost its wide receiver core. Noah Brown continues to play well. I don't know what the deal is with Dalton Schultz. I hadn't looked at it. It was interesting. Dallas leaning on a lot of young guys last week. CeeDee Lamb, I was on him pretty heavy after that Tampa game. And despite that drop last week, CD is starting to show that he can be and wants to be that guy. He's got 10 plus targets every game. He definitely produced last week. The beautiful touchdown catch. You got to catch that ball you drop, man. You gotta bring that one in. I really like them getting CD some catches on some bubble screens, the little short stuff, and then letting him run. That was working last week. Again, this was the Giants. Really though, I think the engine that makes this team go and has been so far is the defense. They lead the NFL in sacks. They're giving up some yards, but they're not breaking. They still appear to be a big play defense. Dorrance Armstrong playing well. Of course, DeMarcus Lawrence had 3 sacks last week. He is reportedly okay with his foot. Micah Parsons had flu-like symptoms last week, so he apparently is back to full speed this week. That defense is playing ball, and I think that recipe for success: run the football, pass off the run, play defense. That's how we win now and with Dak. And today versus Washington, I think the Eagles sacked Carson Wentz 9 times last week. So you have Cowboys' strength rushing the passer, Washington's weakness, inability to protect the passer. Head-on collision this afternoon. I'm hoping that leads to a lot of QB pressures and sacks of Carson Wentz. We will see what happens. You can in the NFL, especially when your quarterback's injured, you can't take any of these games for granted. This is still a rivalry game. I don't care how anybody looks at it. But I look for Dallas to put pressure on Wentz, run the football, it'd be, like I say, it'd be interesting to see how much Gallup is involved today. So have high hopes for this afternoon. It's been a fun year so far. So a lot of young guys contributing, a lot of young guys getting better. Man, I really want to talk about that offensive line. Played well last week. And, I was watching another YouTuber talking about Tyler Smith and his ability to hold his own, even be dominant at times. We're not going to run into a whole lot of Tampa Bays throughout the season. You're going to run into a lot more New York Giants, Washington Commanders. He's not going to run into a ton of stud edge rushers. So I like leaving him at tackle. I like mixing Jason Peters in. I think we're getting Connor McGovern back today or soon. I think this offensive line is starting to come together. And we got a glimpse of what Jason Peters and Tyler Smith on the left side could look like last week. I hope to see a little more of that. And I want us to run that football. Anyhow, appreciate y'all watching. Keep it real. Enjoy the games today. I'm out.